So I was looking at the alignment on these front wheels, and you see this one, it's pointing out maybe a degree. This one here, you can see it's 3-4 degrees, who knows, but much more. So they're both pointing toe out, and you can see the wheel I have there. It should be straight. So when I started looking under here, it looks like this had been replaced at one point, but they both need to be adjusted. So, and it's not that hard. You just disconnect it here, and then you can see the way it's threaded has this locking nut on it. You just back it off, and I'll put it in. I guess for a quick calculation, if you look at it, say if the thread there's a quarter 20, and if I wanted to move a quarter of an inch, then I'll go 5 threads, right? So I'm going to go 5 times around and see what that does. It probably needs a little more, this one a little less, but alright, so let's take this off. And it would probably be a good idea to go ahead and loosen this up while it's still on there. Let's loosen that lock nut. There we go. Not quite the right size. That was a 17 millimeter, and it was still a tad too small. Keep having to wipe the sweat off my brow. It's only a little after 10 a.m. and it's already 90 degrees out here. Trying to get all this stuff done early today so I don't burn up. There we go. Let's get that far enough back. Finish taking this off. Before I twist that, I'm going to get back to the point. Let's see. What I'm doing, I'm winding up the steering wheel there. Okay. So that's how far it needs to go. So I'm going to screw this in. There's 1, 2. Something's jamming in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it went 9 in. And was it bottoming out already? Looks like it was almost bottoming out where it was. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Well, that kind of sucks. That's just about all the way in. A little better. I just don't know if it's going to go in far enough. Trying to get it one more turn around, but I don't want to strip it out. Yeah, it's still pointing out. I was only able to screw it in, what was it, 3 extra threads. I was trying to get 5 out of it. I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to check the other side. So I got this side loosened up. So I'm going to go ahead and try to work this way in also. See how far I can get it to turn in. And sometimes if you do it this way and just try to get both tires in as far as you can, well, then it's going to be off on the steering wheel, right? Then you have to go into there on the shaft, and if you want to readjust it so it looks like the steering wheel is pointing straight. I was hoping to work it that way, where I point the steering straight and then adjust the wheels accordingly. But you know, this side here, this left side, when I'm looking this way, you saw earlier, I could only get it in so far, and I want to see what this one does now. It's probably the same thing. It's going to be kind of tough to I was able to go in 5 very easily on this one. Let's see what it looks like. Alright, so it's getting there. That's almost straight. This one's almost straight. I know I can go further in on this one. Another couple of threads, another couple of turns. Or maybe just one more. And it looks like that'll be straight, but then you see the wheel, the steering wheel is, that's the part that's cockeyed now. Not bad, but at least the wheels are, that looks pretty straight now. Well, let's go with that. And I'm going to look underneath and see if that gear is centered. It might be the gear. Yeah. Let me show you. Yeah. So this, you have to make sure that it is centered. And once I get a good angle at it, and it might be only a tooth off or something like that, which it might be a tooth off this way, but is it worth it? Because it's kind of a pain in the butt. But we'll see. I'll go ahead and tighten up the front here, and when I get it off the jack stands, then we'll really see how this looks. Because, you know, once you get it on the jack stands, it's going to be, you know, popping up. We'll see if it's popping further out or in or whatever. But that's how it's done. It's pretty easy, actually, but I have a feeling that this other side here was replaced, and it just doesn't quite have the depth or enough threads to crank it all the way in like it should be. So I made up for it on this side. But that's it. You just tighten it back down, and be sure to tighten the lock nut back here. And that's about it. That's how you can adjust at least the toe on the alignment of it.